Hello everyone and welcome to today's Dragonrider happy hour. Welcome, good to see you. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I didn't get to test out things as much as I generally like to before we go live. So let me know if I sound okay and all that good stuff. Welcome! Dragonrider happy hour is a once a week hangout where we get to discuss the latest in gaming headlines, but also just hang out and wind down the work week and kick off the weekend at my bar. So welcome everybody to my bar. How are you? Haswell says, is your face hurting from all of the smiling from yesterday's subathon? Yes. And I'm still kind of wiped from it, if I'll be perfectly honest. It was wonderful. Okay, good. I'm glad the sound is good. Happy Friday, everybody. So for those of you just tuning into this video for the news, after the stream is over, I will chop this up into chapters and you can skip to any given chapter that you'd like. And some of the topics we will discuss today include Pokemon Presents and what happened from that event, AbleGamers raising $1 million for charity, Skyrim's 10th anniversary, what that entails, QuakeCon leaks and what that means for a surprise Quake Remaster, and news and buzz around the indie horror game Abandoned. And there's a lot of theories there involving Hideo Kojima, and we'll break all of that down for you, plus more. But in the meantime, if you're not here just for the news, you're here to hang out, welcome, and I appreciate you. And let's bring in bartender Nate to find out what we're drinking.
Hello, Dragonriders. For those of you who caught the stream yesterday, that was pretty darn exciting. So yeah, today we are having an old-fashioned brought to you by the good people at AMC and the Walking Dead franchise.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored, hashtag not product placement, but they did send us free stuff.
Yeah, they did send us free stuff. Very nice free stuff. So this is what it's principally made from. It's called Sexton Single Malt. I've never had it before, but we're going to try it today. It's a blood orange old-fashioned. And just pro tip, old-fashioned is, I mean, there's lots of wild theories and conjecture, but old-fashions are typically the first evolution of cocktail ever. So this came out around the time that Prohibition happened and like bootlegging happened, and the type of booze they had available was really poor quality. So they wanted to mask that flavor so they could imbibe. As a result, they invented bitters, right? This is a blood orange bitters, and you just use a dash of that, and you what's called muddling. So you put it, actually you build right from the glass if you want to, and you muddle the sugar cube and the bitters together. So you have basically a bitters sugar sort of mixture, right? And then you just pour the booze straight in, and you stir. You don't shake, but these little shakers are a great way to kind of keep your drink cold and refreshing.
So fancy!
And you pour it out over it. And I got a little ice globe in there. For those that don't know, the ice globe, the reason kind of why they've gone to that is like crushed ice or something like that would melt faster, so you'd water down your drink. And it's just garnished with like a cocktail cherry, and then I'm using dehydrated fruit at my bar here because we don't entertain enough to have regular fruit that we cut up and then just throw away. So we have got these things where it's just like dehydrated fruit, like lemon and lime wheels, but Trisha hates this drink, so I'm going to take this off.
I actually would like to taste it.
What?
If that's okay.
Yeah, this
Here, wait.
is it.
I need it to not focus on your face for a second. Sorry, babe. No. You're still in frame. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll do it after you leave. But here.
That's right.
There, while you turn around. Stay there. Yeah, there it is. So you can see the ice globe he was talking about. You can see the dehydrated fruit. And then here is the little cherry garnish as well. So
now, for those who've never had an old-fashioned, it's a pretty strong drink.
It's a pretty strong drink.
It's basically an ounce and a half of whiskey with a little bit of sugar and bitters.
Yeah.
So if you don't like whiskey, this probably isn't a drink for you. But if you do like whiskey, this might be the drink for you. At any rate, you're here for gaming news and not just for booze. So happy Friday.
Honey, can you hand me a maybe a Sprite or something of that nature?
7-Up, maybe?
A 7-Up or a Coca-Cola, something like that. Sounds great. Yay! Thank you. So I am currently thanks bartender Nate, you're the best. If you want the detailed instructions on how to make that drink, Nate will post them in the Discord. So if you're not already a member of the Discord, please go ahead and get in there. I am drinking a non-adult beverage. I'm drinking a for everyone beverage today because after this is over, I'm going to go pick up little man at daycare, and then I am going to drive to the airport and fly to Salem. Well, fly to Boston, Massachusetts, and then drive to Salem. Hence the boo shirt today. I'm kind of getting in the mood to spend the weekend with my little sister. So that's what I am doing this weekend. So there will be no Sunday stream on Twitch this Sunday because I will be in Salem, but I will be back for the Gong Show on Twitch on Tuesday. So, because I have so much driving ahead of me this afternoon, regular soda it is for me. What are you guys having? German wheat beer, says my last siege. That's cool. Let's see. Cheers, Jordan. Yes, responsibility is what it's all about. Jimmy Sprinkle says, Nate seems like a bartender you would complain to and then tip well. I'm sure Nate's had a lot of those stories in his time. But yes, I agree with you there. I agree with you. Hello to you in South Africa. Gift, how are you today? Baralsibub is having private label wine. Very nice. A grapefruit sparkling cider for Luigi. Very nice. A whiskey neat for Scott Pleasure. Well, cheers, everybody, and happy Friday to you. I hope your work week is winding on down and you're getting ready for the weekend, whatever weekend plans you have in store. And thank you for hanging out with me a little bit at my bar today. This is very, very cool. So thank you. As always, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate this community so much. And for anybody who missed it yesterday on Twitch stream, we did actually foreshadow the Walking Dead cocktail because I opened all that yesterday. But the second half of yesterday's stream took the most strange and wonderful turn. Someone came into the Twitch stream and started gifting large bunches of subs. And it kind of spurred on this hype train within everyone. And then all of a sudden, everyone was subscribing or gifting subs or donating or putting in bits. And we ended up getting over 1,000 new subscribers on Twitch yesterday, which subscribers on Twitch are different than subscribers on YouTube. So that is a really, really big deal, and it is definitely the most subscribers that my Twitch channel has ever had. I think by double, maybe. So it was just such a wonderful and overwhelming day, and Nate was very excited because we gave away a lot of things that were in our house. And Nate's always looking to make extra room in this house if he has the opportunity. He was like, oh, did someone else just gift more subs? Give away this laptop. Nate was just giving things away. But it was a wonderful day. We have no idea who the anonymous gifters were. But I'm very, very grateful. And so if you hear people referring in this community to 1K Day, that's what we started calling it, or Thrilling Thursday, that's what that was all about. And if you missed the stream, never fear, the VOD is still there. But it was, Luigi says Mr. Beast maybe? That's what we were all guessing. It was wild. It was very lovely though. Yeah, it was very, very lovely. Luigi says Nate was the anonymous gifter. He wanted to clear the shelves. We definitely made that joke a lot, for sure. But it was a wonderful day yesterday. I did have to leave the room at one point to go scream in joy. That's true, Everthane. It was a Friday for you, says RCV. How nice. Well, happy weekend to you then, my friend. But yeah, so that's what was tops in gaming news for me this week. Because, it was so cool, and I'm so grateful, and I love this community so much. So thank you for everyone who watches these streams, watches those streams, is a part of it in any way. Please know how much I appreciate you. Okay. There we go. I should remind myself, carbonated beverages while hosting will always lead to weird pauses. Let me do this quick. And hopefully not slurping while live. Okay. First topic of today, Pokemon Presents was an event that happened, and there were a lot of announcements from it. I did not get to watch it live, but if you watched Wednesday's charity stream where we raised almost $4,000 for Stand Up to Cancer, again, this community is the best community ever. So overwhelming and my heart is so full. Thank you everybody for all of that. So we were talking about this, myself and Miss Click and Blessius, some of the other Twitch streamers that partook in that event with me. They hadn't seen it yet either, but we were kind of mulling over what some of the announcements might be. They're both huge Pokemon fans. Anyway, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which are remasters of the 2006 Nintendo DS game, is set to release for the Nintendo Switch on November 19th of this year. So that was announced. It's supposed to be very faithful and very similar to the original games, but includes returning the beloved feature that allows your Pokemon to follow you as you run through the world. Now, for those of you in chat, I don't know how many of you are Pokemon folks, but let me know, were you excited about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Or they also announced Pokemon Unite, which is a free-to-play spin-off of the Nintendo Switch game, will be released for both Android and iOS on September 22nd. Was that hype for you? Pokemon Legends Arceus looked very Breath of the Wild-like and is scheduled to release for the Nintendo Switch on January 28th of 2022, so this upcoming January. And they gave us lots of information on this because you can tell this is like, duh, the next big thing. But again, everyone was like, Breath of the Wild, but make it Pokemon. I only saw like one dissenting opinion that said, probably not though. But here's what we know about it. And I think it's pronounced Arceus. I hope I'm saying that right. It'll take place in the Hisui region, which will eventually become the Sinnoh region, where Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl take place. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl will take place. Your adventure will begin in Jubilife Village, and players will work to become members of the Galaxy Expedition Team, which includes different subgroups, Medical Corps, Security Corps, and Survey Corps. A lot of this, as someone who is not a Pokemon person, a lot of this sounds a little bit like Greek to me. Poke folks, that's my kid, says Baralzabub. John Callahan says, yeah, I still dig Pokemon. John, did you watch the event? Were you hyped for any of the announcements? Let me know. Jimmy Sprinkle says, I noticed the Pokemons. I'm happy, but not hyped. Okay, that's a fair assessment, I think. There will be changes to the battle system in Arceus. Instead of Pokemon using their moves one after another, Pokemon stats and other factors will allow them to use multiple actions in a row. I think up to 4 simultaneous attacks at a time, which looks kind of cool. And there will be new agile style and strong style moves as well in the game. And on top of just catching the various pocket monsters that are out there, you will also be able to complete research tasks that will raise your rank in the Galaxy Expedition Team and will help to unlock new areas for you to explore within the game. So the tasks could be like using certain moves, evolving Pokemon, defeating Pokemon, and more. So that's what we found out from the event. I went back and kind of caught up on it. Scorpion says, I love Pokemon, but I wish I had more time to get into it as much as I did before. I feel like that's what happens to a lot of us with our hobbies, that we have ample time to indulge in at a certain phase of our life and then less time to indulge in them later for whatever life transition that might be, whether it's from school to university or from university to working life or from single life to coupled life or from no kid life to kid life. There are very many life transitions that will affect your gaming habits and your hobby habits probably. But here's an interesting question for you guys as well. Do you like the expansion of the Pokemon games and universe, or do you prefer kind of sticking with the classic characters in the original Pokemon and just play more of the remasters with the old games? So are you pro expansion or keeping it old school? Let me know. We have not talked Quake yet, ShadeX. You did not miss it. John Callahan says, I do like the way they discussed it a while ago, and it got me excited for a new take on the series. Okay. Yeah, I get that. GDK Mouse says pro expansion. New stuff in there. Okay, cool. Well, in similar news to Thrilling Thursday and 1K Day yesterday in my life, this is just in feel-good people or wonderful news, and I think it's very important to share that as well. AbleGamers was able to raise $1 million. $1 million! So, AbleGamers, if you don't know who they are, they work directly with developers to help them build accessibility options into their games for people who have disabilities. And Steven Spahn, who is AbleGamers COO and a lovely human being that I follow online that I have not yet had the chance to meet in real life, but would love to someday. He manages spinal muscular atrophy and advocating for people with disabilities who want to play games. So he is doing all of that at the same time, and he started a charity drive in celebration of his 40th birthday a year ago. And he said for his 40th birthday, what he wanted to do was raise $1 million for AbleGamers, for disabled gamers and accessibility options. And I don't know if you guys remember, but we actually participated in that campaign a year ago when he was like, this is what I want for my birthday. We had like 1 or 2 streams where I was like, everything from this stream is going towards his $1 million goal. Well, here we are a year later, and he's hit the $1 million goal. $1 million. That is mind-blowing. And let me tell you, people from all over YouTube, from all over Twitch, from kind of all over different aspects of the gaming industry pulled together to help Steven's birthday wish come true for AbleGamers, and it finally happened. So it's awesome. It's a very, very cool milestone. Steven Spahn put out on Twitter, he said, I'm extremely grateful right now. But you know, I'm someone who's also never satisfied with what I've done. My personality is always looking for what's next, and I'm just someone trying to figure out how to do more good for the world. I'd love to give you the perfect soundbite. I'm going to Walt Disney World, but the only thing on my brain right now is, okay, cool, we managed to do this really awesome thing. Here's where this money is going to do. This is what this money is going to do. What's next? So he said that the $1 million will go towards supporting AbleGamers' cause and support its operations, which include things like purchasing adaptive controllers, creating new courses for developers, and hiring occupational therapists. And in case anyone's like, I gotta see this, I gotta get in on this, the Spawn Together charity drive, hashtag Spawn Together, for AbleGamers is still active on Tiltify. If you search for it, you can find it. And yeah, it's just wonderful. Speaking of just wonderful, Jim Jackson, thank you so much for the super chat and the fireworks. I love it. Thank you so much. That is awesome. All right, I see some good Pokemon conversation still going on in chat. And again, Jim, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you very, very much. And let's see, Steven Spahn said that the streamer Lizmz is his Pikachu, who's always there for him in the toughest of battles, Ash and Pikachu's relationship. So shout out your Pikachu in chat. Whoever's your Pikachu, shout them out in chat. Yes. Nate is my Pikachu. Who's your Pikachu? Who is yours? Jimmy Sprinkle says, how generous, Jim Jackson. Indeed, very generous. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Who's your Pikachu? I just noticed YouTube was showing me top chat, whatever that is, not necessarily the live chat. So I'm switching it over to make sure that I can see everybody. Jimmy says, I don't have a Pikachu. Shadex says, my girlfriend is my Pikachu. Okay, moved image editor so I can watch and edit. Way to go with that multitasking, Baralzabub. Hey, Quentin Gilmore, how are you today? Voice inject, I see what you did there with the booze. I see what you did. Welcome to happy hour, my friend. All right. Thank you for shouting out your Pikachu. If you can't think of it right now, no worries. Shout out your Pikachu in your head, in your heart. Let them know how wonderful they are. Jordan says, gotta be my partner, but therapist is a close second. Oh, good call on the therapist. Shout out. Scott Pledger says, my Pikachu and my fiance's, as well as our friend Steph. Oh, I love it. Perfect. All right. So, I mean, we're feeling good today. We're feeling good this week. We're feeling good all the way around. And in addition to things we feel good about, Skyrim's 10th anniversary. I know the joke is how many different ways can we buy Skyrim? Now you have another one. So Skyrim's 10th anniversary for Xbox Series X and S and PS5 is going to be available November 11th of this year. And the big news here is that it is having a PS5 release despite Xbox and Microsoft acquiring Bethesda. So a lot of people thought, oh, it's going to be all Microsoft exclusives now. Not so. Definitely coming to PS5. There will be an upgrade path to Anniversary Edition if you already own the Special Edition. It will not be a free upgrade though. And a free next-gen upgrade will be coming to all players for Skyrim on next-gen consoles. So I guess the last Skyrim remaster was in 2016 for the 5th anniversary. So now we're getting a 10th anniversary, and that was for PS4 and Xbox One. I never played Skyrim, said Jimmy Sprinkles. You know what? You can always get back in. And Scott Pledger says 10 years, and they still haven't announced the next Elder Scrolls. Sad face. I get it. I see Vinicius says, you're playing 2K right now. That's okay. I love the multitasking. This is like we're all just winding down at the end of our week. But your Pikachu's your wife. And my analyst as an honorable mention. I love it. Mark says, can you ask Bartender Nate to suggest a version of your drink for anybody that has a little dude? The Shirley Temple that we had for last week's drink is always great for the little dudes. I like that one a lot. But yeah, I don't know the drink that we made today, if that would be easily made little dude appropriate. But check the Discord, because you can always ask Nate in the Discord and he'll come up with something good for you. He will. Probably the best game ever to me. Skyrim is for you, Nate? Or are you talking about Elder Scrolls? Let me know. I guess my question for you guys around this kind of fun news bit is, what role would you play if you lived in the world of Skyrim? Tell me. Tell me now. Let me know. Let me know what role you would play. I actually have not myself delved into Skyrim, believe it or not. I know that I would love it if I did. But I intentionally try to stay away from games that are like 100 plus hours before you even really get into the meat and potatoes of the game. I don't have that kind of time in my life, sadly, for gaming anymore, but I know I would love it if I did. Scott Pledger says Dark Elf for sure. Luigi says Elf Archer for sure. Maface says my Pikachu is my air conditioner. Solid answer. Jimmy Sprinkle says I don't know the characters, so my guess is a dragon. Dragons are always good. Is there a hermit role, says the RCV. You know what? You can be whatever you want to be. That's what I will say about that. Andrew is going to Awesome Con this weekend in DC and the Back to the Future panel this Sunday. Be safe, my friend, and enjoy. I think, isn't that the one that Felicia Day is going to this weekend? Sneaky Archer, says King Washbear. That's cool. John says, I love Skyrim in the series, but this is getting very out of hand. Years from now, there's going to be Skyrim remastered release on the PlayStation 45. It does feel like that, right? It does feel like that. All right, and I know in news that ShadeX was excited for, Quake news. So a remaster of the original Quake is now available, surprise, for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch after it got leaked by a QuakeCon schedule reveal. So the QuakeCon schedule came out, totally leaked this news, and they were like, well, it's available now then, enjoy. The PS5 and Xbox Series X and S release is still to be announced, so we don't know when that's going to come, but it will be a free upgrade when it comes. And the remaster that's available now includes 4K resolution, as well as enhanced models, dynamic and color lighting, anti-aliasing, depth of field, and the original soundtrack and theme song by Trent Reznor. So folks are excited. Everyone's like, yes, 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 yes. Free update for people who already own it on Steam. That is totally correct, ShadeX. So yeah, if you already own Quake on Steam or Bethesda.net, you will get a free upgrade. Also very exciting right now. The face is cool. I played a lot of Quake back in the day. Yes. So Quake Remastered includes the original expansions, the Scourge of Armagon and Dissolution of Eternity, as well as Machine Games' 20th anniversary expansion, and I believe, and Dimension of the Past, and even more unexpectedly, the new version comes with a brand new expansion called Dimension of the Machine, which is also created by Machine Games. So, hey, surprise! Voice Inject says, free upgrade, downloading now. That's what it's all about, my friend. Beer Tasty Yogi says, oh, and it's on Game Pass. Sweet. Yeah, many different ways to get your surprise Quake remaster right now for free. Also announced Doom Slayers Collection is out for Switch. now, which is cool. That was leaked by Best Buy before QuakeCon. Suspected with a September 2nd release, but instead it is out now. Exciting for the Nintendo Switch. That includes the original 1993 Doom, as well as other releases in the series, Doom 2, Doom 3, 2016's Doom, and Doom 64, which is cool. And it's interesting because on the PS4 and Xbox One collection, or editions of this collection, the Doom 64 is not bundled in, but it is for the Switch. Huzzah! Very exciting. I see Rob K says Resident Evil Village DLC coming soon. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. We don't talk about Doom 3, says Luigi. All right, here's my question. What is, do I want to say your favorite? No. What do you think is the most influential FPS of all time? Go. Is it Doom? Is it Doom? Is it Quake? What do you think it is? GoldenEye? I don't know. Throw it out there. ShadeX says Doom. Sargon says Doom. Haswell says Doom. King Washbear says Half-Life. Everyone's saying hands down Doom. Luigi says Wolfenstein 3D for sure. Duke Nukem says Rob K. Hi, Jenny. You know what? You're on time in my heart. Welcome. Doom or GoldenEye? I don't play FPSs, so no opinion, says Matt Foster. That's fine. Beardtastic says Halo. Took it home to Jenny says Portal. Let's see. Doom for single player. My vote's for Half-Life, says Jordan. I love it. Quake 2 for LAN, says John Callahan. That is true as well. Without a doubt, Doom, as it made FPS popular, says ShadeX. Well, there we go. Cheers to all of the influential FPS games of our past for being so awesome. All right, time for some news that I didn't tease at the top. This is kind of more like the quick hits news, but in other news, oh, just kidding. Before we get to quick hits, I do have one more. Remember how I did tease Abandoned? I do want to talk about Abandoned today. If you have not heard the talk and the buzz around Abandoned, let me welcome you in. Everybody put on your tinfoil conspiracy theory hat, because this is where we're going to go right now. There's a lot of buzz about this because people think that it's more than it's meant to be, and now we've done a full 180 and people think the whole thing's a prank and it's not even happening. Let me give you the background in case you have not been there. So Abandoned, as we know it to be called, is an indie horror game and PS5 exclusive, release expected to be the next surprise game from Hideo Kojima. So this is why it's on everybody's radar. Now, the indie studio developing Abandoned, called Blue Box, has said multiple times there's no relation with Konami. We've even talked about it on Dragonrider Happy Hour a little bit before. Despite all these conspiracy theories and strange marketing strategies and announcements and stuff, Blue Box is like, nope, not doing anything with Konami. And Abandoned was first spotted by the PlayStation blog in April of this year with a teaser trailer showcasing a first-person survival horror game with a focus on realism, it said, and tons of aesthetic similarities to PT and Silent Hill. So again, everyone was like, And then Blue Box's director, Hassan Karaman, immediately was like, nope, not Konami. He said, here's the quote: "We have no association with Hideo Kojima, nor do we claim to have any association, nor was it our intention to claim such a statement. We are a small group of developers working on a passionate title we wanted to work on for a long time." But then the director did admit to the reveal looking very similar to PT and Silent Hill, and that he said that was a big mistake. And that maybe it was the studio's inexperience in marketing, but they did not intend to incite these conspiracy theories, if you will. But then after that, in June of 2021, the Blue Box studio tweeted, guess the name, Abandoned equals first letter S, last letter L. So of course everybody was like, Silent Hill, hello. But then Blue Box tweeted in July a blurry image of a man with an eye patch looking very suspiciously like Solid Snake behind some other like obscured words in the game's title, again sparking theories of Kojima's involvement. But that same director Karaman keeps coming out and being like, No. Nothing to do with Konami, nothing to do with Kojima, despite all the mixed messages in the marketing. So now, the most recent news in this saga is Scott Pledger says, I feel like they're just effing with people. Yeah, a lot of people feel like this. Jimmy Sprinkle says, I love a good prank. Maybe. But there's even more to the saga. So on August 13th, which was 7 days ago, a week ago today, there was an abandoned app that was supposed to come out, highly anticipated, that was going to reveal even more specific game details. And all it was footage we've all already seen. So then people were like super upset about it. And now most people in the community are like, this whole thing's a scam. The whole thing's a scam. The app was a scam. They're just playing us. And the director came forth to that and said, I'm disappointed to hear that people think it's a scam, and I regret the poor marketing over the past couple months. Thank you for the super chat. Jack Knight, good to see you. Says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. Thanks for the compliments on the Boo shirt. I was wondering if you'll ever get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Since we're talking about Konami. Also, what was the year you quit, and did you do tourneys? I never did official tournaments, I should say. Like, me and my friends staged tournaments, but we never actually staged tournaments other than that. So yeah, we never actually staged tournaments other than that. We just kind of had fun, which was great. And it was a really nice time. And yeah, thank you for that super chat. So my question regarding Abandoned is, will you be playing Abandoned when and if it's released, or has this type of marketing turned you away from it? What do you think? Do you think it's really happening, yes or no? And do you think you'll want to play it? Beertastic Yogi says, sounds like they really might just be an indie studio that's in over their head. They might be. They might be. For sure. I have no plans to play Abandoned, says Jimmy Sprinkles. And I think I'm with you, Shadex. You said I'll wait and see. I think I am most on that. And I'm glad, Mindy Sue, that your 4-year-old daughter likes my Boo shirt. You're amazing. Absolutely amazing, and thank you. I love Nintendo stuff. I'm not a fan of scary stuff, says GDK Mouse, and I totally get that too. Totally get that as well. All right, quick hits news. Fortnite now has a new, very Among Us-like mode called Fortnite Imposters. The maps look very similar. They're using the name Imposter, but it does look like a lot of fun, and we were talking about that on the charity stream on Wednesday. Let's see. We also got Rainbow Six Siege has its first transgender operator called Osa. Cyberpunk 2077 has a 1.3 patch list and some new DLC. And the new DLC included in the 1.3 patch is all cosmetic. It's new jackets, there's a new car, etc. for Johnny Silverhand, and apparently hundreds of changes. From quality of life improvements to quest updates, etc. There's a full list online. You can find it if you Google. Let's see. It says major improvements include changes to the mini-map while you drive, the ability to respec your character's perks, and a little change that makes it easier to choose your partner in the quest Automatic Love. Do you think I could have some in-game game if I tried again? Any in-game game? Dan Lazaro comes in and says, Abandoned is a scam. I will not trust that app on my system. Goodbye, personal info. Oh, I didn't download the app. Does it ask for a lot of personal info? I don't know. Did it? That's super shady if it is. We'll have to see. Only time will tell if Abandoned is a scam. But anyway, thank you all so very much for coming by for happy hour today. I have to run because I'm going to head to the airport to catch a flight to Salem for the weekend, so I will not be here, but I super appreciate all of you being here. You've been awesome. Haswell says, I wish Cyberpunk was fun. I actually had a good experience playing Cyberpunk on PC, but yeah, it was still buggy AF. Absolutely. No in-game game is that's definitely my thing. But regardless, hanging out with you guys at happy hour has been a wonderful time. So thank you very, very much for being here. I'm like, do we raid? No, that's the other one. That is Twitch, not here on YouTube. So thank you again, everybody, for joining me today. We discussed some gaming news. We hung out. We made a drink. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, a beautiful weekend. Be kind to one another and stay safe. And I will see you. I'll probably go a little social media dark for the next couple days. But I will see you after that on Tuesday for the Twitch Gong Show. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.